Co-founder of Veterati and proud spouse of a veteran, Diana Rao.
All right, hi everyone. I'm Diana Rao, and I'm one of the co-founders of Veterati, which is America's mentoring network for the military. Our mission is to connect 1.5 million transitioning service members and 5.5 million underemployed military spouses to the 100 million Americans who are employed for career mentoring. I'm here on stage today to share with you why mentorship matters, how it can help you win, and how you can find your own mentors on demand. All right, so let's get started. Raise your hand if you've made any resolutions for 2018. All right. Well, today I am going to make a case for why add mentoring to your 2018 resolutions. And I'm going to give you 2018 reasons in the next 20 minutes for why you should do that. Not actually. We're going to do 8 reasons. So the 8 reasons to add mentors to your New Year's resolutions. First, it's to explore the things you don't know you don't know. Imagine that every piece of knowledge in the entire universe is a part of a pie. And you have a tiny slice of that pie, that's what you know. And then another little slice is the things you know you don't know. And the rest of that pie and the entire picture is literally everything we don't even know we don't know. And when you're making a gigantic life-changing decision like getting a degree or school or choosing what job to take on, why would you experiment with years of your life exploring the unknown? There's a better way to do it, and that's just going through an hour of mentoring, getting the information you need to grow and learn and make an informed decision around these massive decisions that affect your life. The second reason to add mentoring to your New Year's resolutions is that we are the sum average of the 5 people we're closest to. So just like the president has a cabinet of advisors, my question is, who's on your cabinet of advisors? Who are the 5 people that are closest to you? Because I can usually meet someone and predict where they're going to be in 5 years based off the 5 people they're closest to. So intentionally create that cabinet, intentionally choose the people you surround yourself with, and intentionally select your mentors because you're basically curating your future self. The third reason to bring mentors into your New Year's resolution is it's about peak performance, right? Olympic athletes have coaches, executives also have executive coaches, and they pay their coaches like thousands of dollars to coach them. So why wouldn't you want your own peak performance to also be at its absolute max? And that's why mentors are so important. The fourth reason for getting a mentor on your New Year's resolution list is building your network. And I think we hear the word network all the time. It's like network. But there's a difference between transactional networking, which is just like randomly collecting business cards, and meaningful networking. Totally different things. And mentoring offers a powerful opportunity to build meaningful, intentional relationships. And so really, the other point about networking that is important is maybe you're not looking for a job today, but the Department of Labor reports that 80% of jobs come from your personal network. So basically, now is the time to start investing into your network as you build for the future. The fifth reason to add mentors to your resolutions list is accountability. And this one's really easy. Right? You all have you raised your hands and said, look, I have a goal for 2018 or maybe a lot of goals. Accountability is, you don't have to do this by yourself. And mentors help you to stay real to your goals and keep you accountable. The sixth reason I'm going to give you is around support and tribes. I'm reading this amazing book right now. It's called Sapiens. And Sapiens talks about the power of community and how in the past, everything that we did was based on this community that provided for us and allowed us to thrive. And how today we're super empowered. We have more than we've ever had before. We have the internet, we have digital, we have everything in independence. But what we don't have more of is community. And 72% of Americans today are lonely or report feeling lonely or being alone in the state. And so part of finding mentors and finding your tribe is to create your own support network so that you don't have to ever be alone. The seventh reason I'm going to give you is inspiration. And inspiration is important because Gallup reports that 7 out of 10 Americans are disengaged at work. So this means they're not passionate about their jobs. So if you look to your left right now and then you look to your right, 1 out of 3 people, the 3 of you are actually going to be happy at your jobs. The other 2, probably not so much. So the way to be that one person out of the 3 is to be aware and be incredibly diligent and to choose your own path, right? by choosing to be inspired, and to find out also what you're uninspired by, because that's equally important. And you can do that by having conversations, mentoring conversations, as many and as soon as possible. Last reason I'll give you is just Isaac Newton has this wonderful quote, and you've probably all heard it. If I've seen further, it's because I've stood on the shoulders of giants. And so my question to you is, who are the giants whose shoulders you're standing on? And if your answer is no one, then you're really losing out on a whole universe of opportunity. So how do you find mentors? The solution is actually at your fingertips. Veterati is proudly partnered with SVA to offer everyone here today free, unlimited access to thousands of mentors who are veterans and military spouses or military passionate civilians. They're in all 50 states and hundreds of industries, thousands of companies. Many are professors as well, or academic advisors, so you're able to get advice on degrees, on schools, on careers, and they're all available at your fingertips. So I'm gonna actually walk you through how our platform works and how you can get a mentor instantaneously right now, and this is how it works. So we've created this disruptive technology. It's pretty cool, actually. But we are the only mentoring platform that is on demand, has free scheduling, texts, and phone calls for all of our mentors and mentees forever. We also offer this in different countries as well for active duty service members. The core of the platform is that you can become a mentor or a mentee in less than 2 minutes. Sign up and create a profile. You could literally do it right now and be done by the time I finish my talk. Way before that, actually. And once you sign into our platform, our algorithms match mentors to exactly what your needs are. So you get full access to our entire library of mentors. Our belief is that you know you best. So if you're searching for someone, let's say at Georgetown, because you're thinking you might want to get an MBA there, it's easy to just go through our search bar, type in Georgetown, and pull out every single mentor who's been to Georgetown, have a conversation with them, talk with some Georgetown professors, talk with some alum, and figure out if that's actually the right school for you. Same thing about jobs. Some of you may have no idea around what career you want to go into, while others might say, I know exactly which 3 companies I want to work for. Either way, you can search for mentors who can help you identify and hone in on whether or not that's actually the reality for your truth. The way our platform works is actually pretty cool. It's like Uber, or Lyft, right? And it's on demand. So when you send a request to a mentor will receive a text message, and they'll confirm your request. The moment they confirm your request, a meeting is queued up in our system. So what that means is 24 hours before your call, you'll actually get a text message, and the text message has protocols and best practices. An hour before your meeting, you'll get a text message that has details about your mentor, context, et cetera, a reminder. And then at the time of your meeting, Veterati will actually call your phone, and you'll press 1 to continue and be connected to your mentor. And voila, you guys are connected. So it's very, very easy to do. And right after each phone call, we actually send out an automated review process where you're able to leave a recommendation for your mentor. Your mentor leaves a recommendation about how awesome you are. And you're also able to rebook your next conversation. So that's literally, you could just have a mentor right now already. So I just want to go through a little bit around how to build your mentor cabinet. And I'm just going to go to this page, the earlier one, so you can anyone who hasn't taken a snapshot or started their process yet, you can just get going on veterati.com/SVA. But I want to talk about how to build your mentor cabinet, because we get this question a lot from our mentees. A mentor, the first thing to talk about is the definition of a mentor. A mentor is someone who is more experienced than you in an area you're interested in growing in, who advises you. What a mentor is they're not like your parent, right? A mentor is not someone that is going to do everything for you. And when you're getting a mentor, you are in the driver's seat. You are definitely not in the passenger seat. And you get to decide ultimately if someone's the right mentor for you. If you have that first phone call and you're like, God, I don't have chemistry with this person, right? You can choose someone else. Or you might think, well, this person just gave me everything I needed to know in the last 30 minutes, and it was super valuable, and that's really all I needed. Or you might just be like, I am in love with this mentor, and I want to have a monthly call session with them forevermore, right? So it really depends on what's important to you. And when I think about how to choose mentors, think about Veterati as a library, and every mentor is a book. Actually, every human being is like a book to be read, right? But a mentor is like a book for you. And when you're choosing which books, which mentors, it all comes down to what your priorities are. So I came up with a couple questions for you guys around how to figure out which mentors you want to choose. And it all comes down to what matters to you. So the first question I would ask, if you're sitting there thinking like, who do I actually want to mentor me, is who do I want to become in 2018 and beyond? And find mentors who are that person you want to become, right? Find out how they got there. And you might actually find out through these conversations that's not the destination you want, right? Or you might get the blueprint. You need to get there faster because you can basically reverse engineer a lot of your actions based on other people who have come before. The second question to ask yourself when you're designing your mentor cabinet is, if I could acquire any dream skills or attitudes, what would they be? Maybe you're looking for mentors who are masters in domains like project management or logistics. Or maybe it's an attitude, like I want to listen better, or I want to network better. So you can talk to the Yodas of your dream skills and attitudes. They're literally right there for you and open to a conversation. The next question to ask yourself if you're thinking about how to build your mentor cabinet is, what are the big life decisions I'm making this year with little outside counsel? Maybe you're trying to decide whether to get a PhD or an MBA. And the best way to determine the ROI on that degree is to talk to someone who has one, right? Or maybe you're trying to select a specific school. You can get mentors who are alums and find out if they got as much out of that school as you're hoping to and as they hope to. Or maybe you're considering what industry to go into. Maybe you're thinking, I want to be an entrepreneur, or I'm considering working for a Fortune 500. My philosophy is ask, don't assume, never assume. Don't leave big life decisions to chance. Get the data points from the people who actually have been there. And the fourth question to ask yourself when you're thinking about like, how do I choose my mentors, is, what are my greatest weaknesses? Maybe it's networking, or maybe it's asking great questions to engage other people, or maybe it's like communicating in general. It could be goal setting, resume writing. There's like a ton of things, right? Whatever your weaknesses are, I promise you there's someone out there for whom your weaknesses are their greatest strengths, and vice versa. Some of your strengths are someone else's weaknesses too. So, by the way, you can be both a mentor and a mentee at the same time. I encourage all of you to also mentor, because something you know is a superpower that someone doesn't have, and they'd love to learn it from you. So if you're not sure about where to go on any of those questions I just posed, that's totally normal, by the way. Just start the conversation with someone who looks interesting to you, or type into the search bar career coach, because we have many career coaches and executive coaches who are amazing mentors, and they can help you think through those questions, even if you're like, I just have no clue what I want to do in the future. I want to talk to someone about it. The bottom line is, you're not alone in this journey. Okay, and so finally, not to scare the crap out of everyone, but if you needed more than 8 reasons to build your cabinet of mentors today, I have something that's very scary, but also very good to know. So here's what's scary. A report released by McKinsey last month said that 73 million US jobs could be replaced by artificial intelligence and automation by 2030. That's 1/3 of the US workforce. And that 800 million jobs globally could be lost to automation and AI by 2030. So the good news is that you have a tool that 99% of the American population in the world doesn't have. You've already transitioned multiple times. You've transitioned successfully from military to civilian life. You've gone from serving our country to mastering our education system, and it's no small feat because it's a total culture shift with completely new rules of the game. And you've also been through a transition this significant even before this, transitioning from a teenager into the military. So you have more transitions than the average American, which is extremely good news because transition is about to become a reality for everyone all the time. And it's already happening. Millennials change jobs 4 times by the time they're 32. So how do you survive all of those career transitions? You already have the answer to that. Remember when you first joined the military? If you had known everything you know now, how many of you would have done things differently? Joined a different branch of service, taken advantage of different opportunities, maybe even gone with a different military occupation. Now think of your military network today. Think of if 18-year-old you had been mentored by the people you know now, and also if you had been mentored by yourself. How would that have changed your path? We live in a world where it's no longer about lack of opportunity. You have every opportunity at your disposal. We have every opportunity at our disposal. Every tool that we need to succeed. We're in a world of abundance. We have so much that sometimes it's overwhelming to make a single decision. Or it's easier to make a really terrible decision than to do your diligence and really think it through. In today's world, it's not about lack of opportunity. It's about how to map your world of opportunities, how to choose the right opportunity. And that's why you need mentors. Look, transition is going to be everyone's reality, and your next transition is coming. Don't just survive that next transition. Plan for it. Get advice. Get mentored about your dreams and your career plans. Get feedback. Never stop learning and never stop growing, and don't ever leave your life up to chance. Thanks, guys.